This is Ben Fly Sky from Palo, New York City, bringing the dripped out clothing and the drippy cocktails. So tonight's cocktail is the Sky Low. This has the Courvoisier, the creme de cassis, the lemon juice, topped off with some ginger ale.
What is it that you wanna say to me? What if you didn't have a clue what it was that you really wanna be? Some of my friends, yeah, they don't know what it really means to be a friend. So am I wrong when I tell them to go?
Yo, welcome back to the Sip N Spades podcast. I'm excited for this sit down because I got my homies with me, the day ones.
Very much so.
You know, I'm gonna get straight through the introductions. Right across from me, we got my man Julito. He's no stranger to the podcast. You know,
Family friend.
Yeah. What's your record on the pod?
Ah, man, I don't know. I feel like I won one and I lost one.
1-1? Okay.
Yeah.
You 500?
I was playing with Mac last time. I think we lost.
You might make the playoffs.
Yeah, I make the playoffs.
You might make the playoffs.
I make the
If you in the East, you can make the playoffs.
I'm making the playoffs at Sip N Spades.
He's not the
Yeah, so
Stop, Mike. It's too soon.
too soon.
Can't those niggas slander.
no negativity here because it's Black History Month.
No, you're right.
So we all positive. We all positive
saying?
right now.
Got the Black Panthers on me.
Okay,
You know
Black
what I'm
Panthers in
saying?
the house. And in diagonal from me, my partner for today is the Miss D'Nay,
The one and only.
who I know how to spell her name 6 different ways. And I keep forgetting which one's the correct one.
Which
So I
you
be
think is the
texting her and I'm
correct
like,
way?
I think
I gotta guess.
I think it's Denny. Denee.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
Okay,
ding.
cool. See, so I'm lit.
I didn't even know that was the correct way you spelled your name.
But D'Nay, superstar dance extraordinaire. She's coming off of her umpteenth Super Bowl performance. I don't know, like, the last time I linked with D'Nay, we shot a Before I Let Go challenge in front of the Apollo. And the joint went viral and everybody was posting it. And I'm just like, I don't know, like, how do you go from performing at Super Bowls and in the Louvre and then be in front of the Apollo dancing? I couldn't do it.
You could. That's how you keep it humble. That's how
Once
you
I get up
getting
there,
back to your roots.
Once I get up there,
Nah.
I'm not coming back.
The Apollo was legendary though.
That's
so.
the only way you stay there. It's like to keep coming back and
Keep
getting
that
back.
same
You saw them
energy.
damn kids.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
kids is about to be
She had
me in
the
a couple of
kids,
years.
yeah.
I'm about to retire. So I'm
Retire?
gonna pass the torch.
What?
nah,
Yes.
you still young.
Real young.
Got too much to do.
I'm a mom.
You gotta
Look.
start doing the adult contemporary.
exactly-
I gotta start going to the school plays. You know, I want to be the lunch
I
lady.
wanna see you dancing.
I want to be the caravan mom. I want to drive the soccer van.
that
Yes.
Charlie, get on that Charlie Wilson
You want to be a
tour.
dance mom?
That Charlie
Yes,
Wilson
my
tour.
son, I'm about to be
D'Nay?
a sports mom.
Then get on that Charlie Wilson tour. I'm gonna be like, leave me too.
Listen, Uncle Charlie is my favorite. Uncle Charlie, he's
Uncle Charlie, you can't go
Aquarius.
wrong with that.
Definitely can't go wrong.
Nah, Charlie don't really be doing the dancing like that. He got.
He do.
He got
Nah,
dancing.
got dancers.
I'm talking about real dancing. I'm talking about like.
The dancers be going
You gotta go
ham.
on with like.
What's an example?
Damn, let me think of some old.
Hands don't be moving like that.
Fire
They
tour.
don't.
Oh, nah,
They be doing that two steps.
Yeah, I seen
You really
at
remember
Essence
that?
Fest.
Oh, audition.
Yo, I saw Frankie Beverly and Maze.
Yo!
That nigga was in one spot the whole time, but was
Yo,
killing it.
what's telling
That
is,
nigga's feet was cemented
it was
into the
also
ground.
like 2
He can't
a.m.
move the
though.
knees.
Yeah.
It was super late.
And everybody thought Beyonce was coming out. This nigga
The
left the
woman
stage
of
and
the
everyone
night.
was like, she's coming. They were breaking down the whole production.
People were still standing there waiting.
Nah, you
I was
gotta do like New Edition, man. Get out there with Bobby and them.
oh,
They-
he did
they
that
Bobby
shit
can't
too.
even move.
But he still be going.
they
He
be
be
going.
sweating.
He be sweating.
in layers.
They
sweating.
trying.
He be-
There's perspiration for sure. There's perspiration for sure. Like,
A lot of preparation.
Listen.
you know,
But yeah.
a baggie might fall. You never know what happens.
Right
man.
about that. You have some good stories. You'll have some good
great
stories.
stories.
Before we continue, allow me to reintroduce our hosts.
What's up? I'm Prop. I'm 1/3 of Sip N Spades podcast.
Yep.
The Public Method. Appreciate y'all tuning in.
Reggie J, Reggie Rothstein, whatever you want to call me.
Reggie Rothstein.
We gotta stick that. Yeah.
My goal is by episode 10 of 2020, he gonna change his damn IG
Been
name.
there for a minute, man.
I need something black on the end of that. It's Black History Month. Can we change it for Black History Month?
Reggie X.
Reggie X, let's go! I fuck with it, son.
For the people.
Reggie X, I fuck with that. You see, I made it happen. And once again, I'm Greg Cali, 1/3 of the Public Method, also a filmmaker, and just a guy who just likes to see beautiful black people together, and that's why we're here.
Sure.
So I want to start, like, since it's Black History
Wait,
Month.
can we do a little cheers real quick?
Oh yeah.
Get us crowd.
Cheers.
Cheers to the blackness.
To the black
I'm
excellence.
blackity black, y'all.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Salud.
Damn, this dude Sky.
Sky was in his bag, man.
Yo.
Once again,
Kavasi.
If I could mix drinks like this,
Yeah.
it would be a wrap. But yo, we in Black History Month, and one of the things I feel like is the most uncelebrated things within the black culture is black parents. And I'm sitting here with two black parents,
Yeah.
two great black parents. And I wanted to ask y'all, you know,
talking about
for,
Reg.
for me, for Reggie Prop?
not that I know of it.
Nope.
Not that I know of,
Not you
man.
know of. Okay,
I have
cool.
no kids.
No kids over here either. Not yet.
I just don't claim them.
Hit that word, man. Pause.
But what I wanted to ask is, you know, for me, a big part of like shaping how I want to be as a parent came from the media that I took in growing up. So like, how much do you feel like media has impacted your parenting, and like, yo, who's your favorite fictional parents of all time?
That's deep. That's deep. Well, for me, media, I think what the kids see, what they listen to, what they hear plays a huge part. Like my daughter, though, she's very, so I'm into like 90s R&B. I don't really watch that much TV, but my daughter's super into like JoJo Siwa. She likes Ariana Grande, and you know, that's cool, but she's able to like listen to Cardi, but that's not her type of vibe. And I see that supports her in the way she's like growing up, because like I'll take her to like one of her friends' birthday parties and they're all like twerking and doing all, you know, whatever, but she's like, nah, I'm chilling, I'm gonna play with these LOL dolls over here, you know what I'm saying? And that's, I enjoy watching that, but she's also not that disattached from the streets, so she has a little bit of both, which is cool. So I think it plays a huge part. It plays a huge part, and I don't force anything on her. So I'm not those parents that are like, no, you can't listen to this, or she's gonna do it eventually.
But I mean,
You know what I
like, so just to go into a little background. Growing up, what was your parent like situation like? Mom at home, dad at home?
Nah, my dad passed when I was 2, and my mom, she was there, you know.
Did y'all have a good relationship?
I mean, kinda. I mean, my
So-
mom was like a stage mom, so D'Nay knows. I knew D'Nay since we were children. Children.
Babies.
Yeah, my mom, she was super like in it when it came to the entertainment industry part of my life, and then everything else kind of, you know.
You feel like you lost some of the relationship because of that?
Because we were too close.
Kind of like that Honey Boy movie, like that type
Yeah,
of.
my girl took me to watch Honey Boy, man. There were parts of that movie, bro, where I could not like look at the screen, like physically look at the screen, because it was so connected to how my childhood was, you know. She did the best she could,
Of course.
but at the same time, she, you know, it's just places she dropped the ball.
But that's what I mean when I say media. Was there ever like things you were watching that were like, yo, I want that kind of relationship with my kids?
Hell yeah, I mean, Fresh Prince. You know what I'm saying? Like watching Uncle Phil, he wasn't his parent, but he was a father figure. Watching that relationship.
First things first, rest in peace, Uncle
Come
Phil.
on, bro.
Straight like that.
You know what I'm saying? He laid the smack down, but he also was he was a father. And then like shit like Parenthood. Y'all remember Parenthood?
That's a forgot.
Robert Townsend, bro.
my God.
I was telling yo, Zaria was my first crush, bro.
Yo, she was dope.
That was
man.
Zaria.
TK was one of my first crushes.
TK.
He was like a bad boy.
Wait, did TK pass?
Did he
I
pass?
feel like all of them young dudes said
Yo,
that
like,
sound.
that's
After
when she
wait.
was in bad
I
shape
think I
recently.
heard something like that he
Ooh, no, that's not Zaria. That's the other chick from
In the
In the
house.
house with
Yeah, in
with
the
LL.
house.
yeah, Maya Campbell.
Dang.
Yeah, Zaria, man.
Well, Robert Townsend was so ill. He had
That's what's her name? Reagan Gomez?
Reagan Gomez.
She had tweeted you one day, right?
Yeah, we follow each other right now.
Damn. Get out of here, Greg.
She followed me.
She followed me, watching Parenthood though was ill, bro. Like Robert Townsend, he would have moments where he would talk their language, as the street life. Also, he raised them really well. So I would watch things like, because I didn't grow up per se with a dad, but I would watch things like that, and it was just super interesting. It was super interesting, just seeing like a black dad be present. Because until my stepfather stepped in, I didn't really have a dad. So it was dope.
Yeah. So would you say that Parenthood, that's your favorite, like, fictional parent?
Because we also got Family Matters.
Who is, like, if you had to pick one, like, this was my best fictional parent, like.
I don't know. That's a tough one.
Mine would be Cliff and Claire.
Cliff and Claire, yo.
Right now, but I'm with her.
I mean, Bill was a scumbag.
It is a scumbag.
Is
But we're
allegedly.
separating-
We talking about Cliff. We
But
talking about
Cliff
Heathcliff.
and Claire.
We talking about Heathcliff.
Cliff and Claire. They were.
Yo, let me tell you something. The pilot episode when he sat down with Theo, I think about the lesson he taught him that day. You remember the scene he was with the Monopoly money?
Yeah.
And
When he about to move out?
Theo told Bill Cosby, he was like, he's like, Dad, I need to go to college. And he was like, why not? He said, I'm gonna be a regular person.
Right.
And he was like, regular person? He said, so you're just gonna work at a gas station or something? He said, all right, cool. How much money you wanna make a month? He said, a week. He said, $250. He said, I'll give you $300. So he gave him the money for the month. And then he was like, so you're gonna need an apartment. It's gonna be $300. And then he said, Manhattan is expensive. It's gonna be at least $300 a month. He said, I live in Jersey, $250. He said, so you're gonna need a car if you live in Jersey. He's like, I ride a dirt bike.
Yep.
So he did all of this, and at the end of the month, he was gonna end up with $200. He said, you plan on having a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Just like that.
And that's facts.
That's true.
That's big
There's
facts.
so many lessons like that, and as a doctor and a lawyer, you would think they would be uppity and like, oh, it's okay, you can you can take the easy road, blah blah blah. And there was so many life lessons. I
But-
was like, that's dope.
You know, I was thinking about it, and I was gonna put Cliff and Claire as my parents, but then I started thinking about it. I'm like, yo, their kids was all over the place.
But that's real
Vanessa
nice.
was with Dabney,
No, but
Bricky's,
you
all
couldn't-
that.
But she was in college
But
though.
you can't control that.
And
as
he
a
was a
parent.
janitor.
Kids really grow up to be like
all
their
their,
own personalities.
all their kids were wild though.
Yo, you know what?
For all the for the example that they set just in their careers, their kids were like, when you really think about it, I'm like,
I didn't grow up on
Me
them.
neither. That's my issue.
But you know what I really enjoyed? Julius from Everybody Hates Chris.
everybody hates kids.
Because he wasn't like he was like mad. He was a stickler, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he had a great heart,
Real
right? He had a
frugal.
great heart.
He did.
But like, and he would do whatever he could for his kids. You know what I mean?
Yo, I
He would go out
respect
his way.
Julius because he's the dad that had
That's an
3
unspoken
jobs.
hero.
And he was,
He
always
was
like,
just working jobs around the clock just to provide.
exactly. And he'd tell the kids like, listen, you think I want to be? I'm going to work right now, so you turn off the light.
Well, yeah, he'd explain why he was that way.
You got
like-
McDonald's money? Like, that's real parenting right there. You teaching them responsibilities, right?
Chris's mother was dope though. I think
was
she was
dope, too.
there.
Oh, yeah,
They're both
absolutely.
dope. Yeah, they were lit. She would lay the smack down also, but she had that way of like understanding that okay, my kids are gonna make mistakes. Cause that's how I am as a
And
dad.
she rode out for her kids.
Yo,
She was right.
she'll pull up to the school real
She was
quick.
strict.
Real
Yeah.
quick. Yeah. Pam is a
I mean, they were great. They were
She
just a
know,
great match for each other on the screen, right?
were.
Like that's just
yeah.
For me,
like they traded off each other.
That was great casting.
for me, my favorite fictional parents, I think is gonna be Michael and Jay Kyle from My Wife and
I was thinking of that too.
Because
That may be my
because to me, they were, first of all, they were parents that had a great romantic relationship.
They did.
So it was like, they weren't just the parents that like, I'm just working and we don't, they still like, you saw them like in the bedroom acting crazy, like they had date nights and stuff.
Yeah.
But then like, he reminds me of the type of dad I'm gonna be. Like the episode when he had the wall of shame, and he was like, voila! Like,
Yo,
he
wait,
went and found it.
you just criticized Cliff's kids. You got a knucklehead son.
How was he? He had a baby. What's that? Like we all
Nah, he had
like,
a teen kid. though.
Teen kid.
And he was like,
He was living in the garage.
you can't do nothing about your kid just being stupid.
He was living in the garage.
he like common sense, bro.
They,
Like,
look, they switched daughters mid-season.
that was
weird.
Listen,
we didn't talk about that enough.
Y'all saw how Katie ended up.
Yeah.
They did a good job.
They switched daughters real quick. I was like, where'd the dark-skinned girl go?
But I just like them because there was so much youthfulness to the way
Yeah,
they
absolutely.
parented.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
there
Mommy
was
used to
a,
get Jordans. And,
yeah, I remember there was an episode when the mom, she used to love to do their homework, so they used to ask her like for help. And she would just take over and do all their homework.
Let me just, you don't know what to tell you. I'm gonna do this. He was like, okay, and then they would leave.
Yeah,
and
then
she
they would
still
just
do her
belt.
homework.
They'd be like, Mom, where's my project?
I feel like there's always a space for that on TV, right?
Yeah.
Like I feel like there's always a space for that on TV because who doesn't want to see like a dope family, dynamic, funny? Because you probably look at your own family like, yo, damn, that shit was hilarious. Like, what are you doing? Like, you know, what I mean? Like just random shit that you see all the time. So it's like, it's dope. You know who actually a newer show that I actually liked was Marlon.
I swear to God, I was about to talk about Marlon.
Marlon, I thought that was dope. I thought that
To
was
see
really
a
funny.
relationship,
But yeah,
but it's ill to see a relationship where they're divorced, but he's still showing
The
up in his kids.
co-parenting.
Yeah, that's you don't see that enough on TV. Co-parents, because especially in the African American
Well,
community,
you don't see it enough in real life, so
Right.
it's hard to show it on TV when it's seldom.
I would disagree. I think we just don't talk about it. enough.
exactly. Yeah, I think
I think there are a lot of
co-parents.
co-parents who make it work, or just co-parent in general, even if it's working or not.
They might not be laughing and joking and doing all that other shit.
Yeah, I'm talking about co-parenting and harmony.
I think a lot of times,
You're correct.
Without
but I think a lot
order.
of times that it's not publicized or celebrated, the good co-parenting, because we like to, unfortunately, our culture, we like to see and laugh at the bullshit, right? So it's like that gets perpetuated to the front.
Everything
That's
a joke.
true.
And
Let's,
it's also
uh,
what they choose to
let's
put
go.
out.
Before we move
let's
on,
go.
well, first hand business self. Who dealt? D'Nay
I
dealt.
did.
So Reg
That's
just.
me.
But so another thing that's like interesting that I noticed from, and I'm not sure how y'all grew up, and we'll get into it, but you know, it's so funny because my younger brother is, I'm a middle child. My younger brother is 7 years younger than me, and he, I got beat, and my little brother didn't get beat. Because by the time that my little brother was coming up, it was politically incorrect to beat your kids. And I'm looking like, wait up,
Catch your case.
all the beatings I done took, and now it's not allowed? Like, I feel like, ooh, we just gonna throw that out there?
You know,
Just gonna slide that in
we
there?
hanging out. We hanging out.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, right back at
right
you.
back.
Right back at you.
Interesting.
Shoot back.
But
Hurt people hurt.
But the same way I feel, all the drug dealers that are in jail watching like marijuana get legalized, all the drug dealers that are in jail watching marijuana get legalized and people make money off it, that's how I felt when like beating got outlawed. How do y'all feel, and don't get yourselves arrested or nothing, but how do y'all feel about physical reinforcements as a parent?
Let's go to the one with the 2-year-old.
My son is 2. I pop him. I do. I don't like punch him in the chest or anything, but I do pop him because no is not enough from me. With his father, he's like cool. His father could say no or give him the look, but me, I have to do a little bit of reinforcement.
Yeah.
Just like a little backhand.
Yeah.
And I don't mind. I won't do it in public because I don't want to catch a case. But I do pop him in the house.
Yeah.
I do.
For me, I grew up like what you're saying, right? It seems like it kind of, in a sense, the world has changed when it comes to beatings, right? For me though, I thought it was normal the way I got beat growing up.
Right.
When I look back at it, I was abused.
You got bad beatings.
Yeah, I got really bad beatings. Like my mom beat us for anything. So I've never touched any.
So would you say that your beatings were for the wrong reasons, or that they were just too Drastic.
And
No, it's for the wrong reasons.
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
And too drastic. Yeah,
Okay.
we would get beat for like anything.
And
my
did
mother
you?
was-
But were you a kid that reacted well to your beatings? Like, was it positive discipline for you, or
Nah,
did it
it
make
didn't
you
work.
wild out?
It didn't work. Yeah, it
It
didn't
just
work.
made you angry.
It made me angry, and then now looking back, I still have PTSD over the beatings I got.
Damn, that's deep.
Yeah, because I can't do arguments for too long because then
Because you're expecting it to get to that point.
You know what I'm saying? And I've never touched my kids. Never once.
So it's crazy because I'm somebody who grew up and like to the point that I stopped getting beat. Well, I stopped getting beat because I stopped doing shit that I could get beat for.
That makes sense.
So it kind of worked for me because I was just like, I don't want to go through this again. Like if I did something bad, I was doubling up my sweats because I knew I was gonna get beat.
Oh,
that
you
night.
got to
You
keep
was
your clothes
prepared
on.
for it.
But my mom caught me coming out the shower one time. Yo, that was the worst beating of my life. I was coming out the shower, fresh and clean,
Nice and
right
soft
on my
skin.
back. Caught me. I was like, I thought you forgot about that.
We always think our parents forget about
They
this.
don't
It's
forget.
quick vibes,
They
like,
My
don't
thing is,
forget.
it was never like malicious for me, right? Like, it was never malicious for me. But my thing was, I stayed with my grandmother a lot. So what
Man,
happened was,
they used to chase us around the house.
So we used to like
It was
me
like
and grandma's
5 of
cousins.
us growing
So,
up together,
yeah.
all around the same
So
age, 5
after school,
boys.
we'd all go
And they all just drop us at grandma's
Yeah,
house.
we get in trouble. We get in trouble. Like one time, I think we broke like the dinner table and some shit like that.
Yo, that was
And
crazy.
she was like, my grandma was an older woman, obviously, but she was quick on her feet, right? Like so, we was dancing around the table.
It would be my grandma, it was her homemade, and my uncle would they had a task force. And we would all 5 go. There was an order. I was always the first one caught because I was the youngest. Then we would be Reg.
Like,
my
imagine like
older
Barry
brother was
Sanders
the
just
last
like
person.
So I remember one day
It was like manhunt, but with a belt.
I remember one day I ran outside the downstairs the back door, and I was like, all right. I was out in the street for like 2-3 hours. Come back acting like I forgot about this shit.
forgot.
Like, everything was all good.
Forgot.
Caught me good. And then when my mom got home from work, then she caught me too. like damn, like
The double
damn.
dose was the worst.
Yeah.
That's when you know you fucked
But
up.
it was never like I never felt like damn like they. I was like damn I earned this shit. I was like yeah, I was wild.
I only got
think that's a
one beat in
different
my
level.
whole life.
Oh.
It's
One.
on you.
And I was
Part
14.
something.
14, my mom beat me up on the corner of the block
Was it a
because
little
they
boy
couldn't
involved?
find me. They didn't even know a little boy was involved.
Public whooping?
I
Damn.
had a curfew until I was 19, so I was 14
okay.
at the time. And she beat me up on the corner on the icebox like I was a grown woman.
Oh,
You
wow.
don't want to be in the house by 7? She just caught me. Like
Oh, she threw hands.
yes!
Oh,
I was not about to stand there,
Wait,
so
so-
I took off running.
Oh, that's the worst you
So
can do.
up until that point, you
No,
had
that's
Up
not the
until-
worst you could do. You
Up
know what the
until
worst you
14,
can do
I had
is?
never gotten
What?
beat.
My brother did the worst you could do. I witnessed it, and that
Ever.
vision will never leave my eyes. He
What?
caught the belt.
Okay.
My mom went, and he caught the belt.
that's when the dynamic shift.
Yeah, that,
Oh
My
my
mom looked at
God.
him like,
it's over.
Are you kidding me? It's worse. It got worse.
Yo, even if you can catch the belt, you don't catch the belt, man.
yo, exactly, you just take it, son.
Don't catch that belt. That's like you hitting your mom.
Yeah, that's why I hit them back. You just
He
took
took
all
the
their
power
power
from my
away.
mom.
You took all power.
You know how you see many cartoons, man.
Like, listen, we're Asian. I'm Asian, right? So if I was to ever do some dumb shit like catch the belt, it would turn into a story like I tried to hit my mom.
Exactly, that's exactly what
Like, it would just
happened.
make a complete different spin.
God damn, they got a lot, and we got a
Yeah, they
little.
did.
Great job.
I ain't coming here to play with y'all
It's alright.
this evening.
90-40. All right. Comeback
right.
kids. We gonna be the comeback kids.
It's alright.
That's all it is.
Dang.
Damn, so you didn't
No.
get beat. No, I'm sorry. So you didn't get beat until that one time, and that's the only beating you ever got?
I got beat once at 14, and then I got
Damn, that's a
slapped
late beating.
once
That's right.
at 17 for the same reason, for
I didn't
not
stay up
being
that
in by my curfew. And that time was even worse because I thought I was doing something good by going to work. I was going to do Chris Brown's first video. Whose girl is this? I was at rehearsal. I come
You know
jollying.
damn well that wasn't called work in the 90s.
Well, I mean, you
Well,
know.
2000.
Dance?
And I had summer
No, I'm
school
saying
the
if you
next
go to a
day.
music video and you tell your parents, I was at a music video. They'd be
I
like,
was
what?
at rehearsal.
Twice the beat.
It was terrible. I came walking down the street like nothing was wrong, and it was before 9 o'clock. My foster sister came. She was like, "D'Nay, your dad's looking for you.
Oh,
He's
shit.
very angry. He just threw a bottle at your mom because she didn't know where you were." It's like, but I was at rehearsal. Got to the corner. My dad is Antiguan. He's speaking in this language that I barely understand.
Wow.
He said, "Give me your phone." That's all I understood. He took my phone, threw it across the street to 8th Avenue. Might as well have been a block away. Took me upstairs, yelling, slapped me. Psh, face swollen. So 14 and 17, those were my only beatings. And my dad don't even remember slapping me.
Yo, your
That's how
parents
hot
don't be
he was.
remembering a lot of the
Yo,
toxic shit.
Don't
I
even
swear to God, yo.
remember.
The craziest shit ever, bro. My mom told me I didn't abuse y'all. I was like,
What are you saying? Where were you?
what?
How'd you miss it?
We were there.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like when you try to remind them of certain things, and I think certain things to stick out to us because it was so traumatic for us versus what
Because we
stick
grew
out
up
for
like it
your
was
kids.
normal, right? Like
Yeah, but I didn't get beat after 11 because after 11 it was pretty much like I haven't really done anything too stupid, and I used to get home before my mom, so teachers call the house.
Delete.
No,
They used to be
that's-
like, they used to be like, I'm calling your house. I'd be like, thanks for the drop.
Yo, that's the last
and I
one
think,
they're
I
asking
think,
for
I think
court.
for me, like my
Income
parents, like our parents, you know, I'm Haitian as well, Greg's Haitian as well. So, you know, they're coming from the Caribbean, so it's a different kind of mindset, right? Like, so they're learning as well when they get here also. So they start doing stuff like for when you're in trouble, they hide the video game controllers now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
that's
stuff like
what
that.
that's
that,
what the
that was
discipline
the
became.
that was the instead of in lieu of just physically hurting you, right? Now they're like, yo, you can't play your video game, so we're hiding the controller. So you know, I had to go find the video game. I had to find the video game controller. I was playing it.
We would
but
play
you
it and then
but
put it
come
back
back,
before
put it
they
back
got
in
home.
the same place. Same place, like
Yo, and you used to have to. That was like a little
Exactly.
bit before I had the cell phone. So like you have to have like a photographic memory.
Of what time you
Exactly.
how you
How
would
they had
rap.
it wrapped.
Like exactly how it was wrapped, all of
Like
that.
a little
like,
piece of tissue back in front because they did
my
that
mom
on
came home
purpose.
one day and didn't realize it. We were all just playing. We just froze. She just walked by. Like 2 hours later, she's like,
Wait, I can go for 2 hours?
because she didn't say nothing. So we were like,
She don't say
what we gonna do now?
nothing.
She's home. You gonna go in her room and put it back.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so we just like forget it.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm a gangster.
and then she was like, wait, what game you got? And then she kind of realized. So that
That's
was mad funny.
hilarious. I think we don't talk enough about the fact that some parents, are they choose lazy parenting and they don't necessarily want to have the conversation, or don't also, to play devil's advocate, don't know how to have the conversation with children. So they resort to physical, right?
I was
Because-
about to say that my dad used to lecture. He used to lecture us because he never beat us. Like growing up, he was like
a talker.
abused. I mean, when like his discipline from his mom and his dad was like,
long talks.
beating them,
Oh,
making them
gotcha.
wear corduroys and sweaters to school in the summer, like
that's
wearing
abuse, yeah.
sandals and no socks, but they his sisters, like stuff like that. So he used to lecture us for hours.
That could be worse than a beating
It
sometimes.
was. I used to be
That's-
like, please just beat me.
No, but that's
Taught us to
but
death.
that's the thing is that you kind of have to understand. I'm assuming that you have to understand when you're connecting and when you're not. Like how to. So me as like what I do as a creative, I have to understand how to deliver a message. And like if I'm making a music video now, if I make a video that's longer than 2.5 minutes, they're like, yo, this is kind of long. So I have to learn how to put a message in a short amount of time. So I feel like with kids, you got to do the same thing where it's like, yo, I'm gonna make you get what I'm saying quick, and I'm gonna make you remember it.
Yeah.
But if I talk for too long, then it all just becomes
I
a
used to
muddled
be
mess.
Hours. And
Yeah.
my friends, if they were at the house, they would have to sit there too.
Damn,
They'd be like,
that's
we
the
going home,
worst.
and he'd be like, Linda, call Garlandria's father and tell her that she's in trouble too because D'Nay is in trouble. We all sitting there for hours. The father's
I think
like,
that's gonna
alright,
be me. I think
it's
that's
time
gonna
to
be. I'm
come
not gonna
home.
lie.
Real rap, like we was out one day at Sweet 16 or whatever, and we had shit. Cole's parents came in and we was in the hot tub with like it was me and a couple of us 16 wild.
A sweet
Statute of
16.
limitation done on this, man?
No, we was all 16. We was all that age.
That was in the hot tub.
Yo,
at
this is
16.
after. Yo, this is after Sweet 16. It's like late night. It's like 1 o'clock.
Y'all niggas had a hot tub?
Late night.
Yo, yo, exactly. Yo, tell me why.
They're living different in Long Island.
His mom and pops came in the back.
Yeah, hot tubs.
Like it's a little story.
That's some fancy Long Island shit.
Yo, so
Cat's
basically,
good.
one of our buddies saw early, and he was just hits with the eye. I'm head out. Niggas didn't see what happened, right? And then that shit was like a fucking movie. Bubbles in the hot tub. Nigga pop up his head. Then you just look around the room, bro. Like everyone just scouring kids and babies. It was just wild shit.
Man.
Yo,
That's a good time. That sounds like
yo, buddy got his ass beat all up and down, and then the thing is, I'm at his house, right? And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go home. She was like, nope. Lecture me, lecture
Listen.
Aubrey. Then she called my mom's. Yo, I got home. I was like 14. I was freshman. Yo, my mom gave me the legendary ass whooping. It turned into, you're not only being a bad kid, you're embarrassing us because now. Cole's mom gotta go get y'all. And y'all all three y'all together doing
Yeah,
this
don't
shit.
embarrass the
That's what it
Haitians.
Bro,
That's
when I
what
tell
it
you,
is.
that was the last ass woman I got, but it was bad, bro.
That's
Like
a
I'm
lot,
talking about
yeah.
like lashings. I thought I was fucking, say your name is Toby, bro. Like that
Yeah.
shit was bad.
That's those ass whippings you remember
Yeah.
for a while.
You know,
Real
some of us, like, you have to really be able to distinguish it. And sometimes, if your parents don't talk to you, right, about what their view on what you've done, right, it can quickly turn into you're just beating me, right? You're just really just.
That was my experience.
Lashing out and
Yeah,
just
that was my
your
experience.
day, your problem that day.
Yeah.
May have nothing to do with me, but
Right.
you're taking it out on me.
It's like-
So there's a thin line. I think a lot of people just can't manage a line, or their kids can't manage a line.
That's why if you have a temper,
So you probably shouldn't engage in that behavior
if you have a temper, you gotta get that situated before you start parenting, because
That's why I said the
I could
lazy
imagine.
parenting.
And there's a
Even
lot-
some of the things you'll say to your kid that you can't
Absolutely.
ever take back.
You'll crush him.
Luckily, I didn't deal with that in my lifetime,
Absolutely.
but I've heard people talk about some of the things their parents said to them, and I could see how you would say that in the heat of the moment
100%.
and not mean it, but you can't take nothing back from a kid.
I think what's underrated is apologizing to your children.
Yo,
We don't apologize to our children. I literally,
When you're wrong.
I may not put my hands on my children, but I have my moments of, impatience
Right.
or anger, and I'm able to keenly be aware of when I've gone too far, but I apologize. She's 8, and I still say, "Hey, Maddie, listen, I apologize," and she understands it,
Yeah, and
then we're able
appreciates
to
it, I'm
appreciates
sure.
it.
and appreciate it.
It's like
Let's
this is West Indian stigma that parents don't apologize. Like
They
there's
don't.
Yo, like there's certain
It's on
things
you
where like
guys.
I've told like my mom,
got
and she was just
3.
like, "Oh, really? That's how it made you feel?" And she just go about her day. Like,
7.
And I'm like, "She hurt your feelings?" No, she's like, "What do you want me to say?" Like, it was a long time ago. It's okay. Like,
we
it's
take
just like
a 7.
7? Shit.
they don't mean any harm. It just is what it is. Like, they don't.
But yeah,
We go 5.
it's crazy because it's all rooted in. I think we're gonna take the 8. Cool. We got ground to make up.
Danae's like, please talk to me
You
first.
didn't even ask.
We need
Christ.
that.
She likes your black queens,
That
man.
is not
Get their
right.
voice. Where's their voice in this
I
matter?
support the king if that's what he wants to do.
Well,
on me, right?
I mean, at the end of the day, there's also a discussion that a lot of people just need therapy. They need someone to
And a
talk
lot
to.
of people, all fucking people.
Everyone
bro.
needs
We don't talk
therapy.
enough about how the black community live in a constant state of PTSD.
You see, well, here's my
If you're
thing.
black in America, you need therapy.
Here's the one thing.
Very true.
Here's the one thing I want to say though
Minority.
about the
You can say black.
therapy
No,
conversation.
You're right.
I think a lot of my friends are therapists and minority therapists, and I promote what they do and everything. But I want people to make sure that they get the help they need, but they stop. I feel like now it's getting to a point where people are trying to take the traumas they've been to and excuse their actions. You still have to own up for your actions.
Responsibility, man.
You've been through some shit. We've all been through some shit.
Yeah.
Just because you started going to therapy doesn't mean you could say, well, this happened because this happened in my past, so
absolutely.
don't
No,
be
no.
mad at me.
Excuses.
You still have to deal
Be
with
accountable for
the.
it.
You still have to be accountable.
It's like-
Understand why you did it, but still have accountability. And that's the only thing I want to say, because a lot of people, I start to see use it as a crutch in a way, and I don't.
Hell yeah. So
What I want to talk about next, it's funny because y'all spoke about how y'all knew each other since growing up, and as much of a world-renowned dancer as D'Nay is, a lot of people don't know Juli got his start off as a dancer.
I did, man. Shit's crazy. Yeah, so I met D'Nay. We used to dance on this dance group called Untouchable Shorties.
Untouchable
Untouchable
Shorties.
Used to rack them up.
That name would be
Used to
hot
rack
like
'em up.
15 years ago.
Yo, no, Untouchable. Listen, so she was on Untouchable Shorties, I'm sure, for years before I even got there. And I started dancing at Broadway Dance Center. And
He had money.
yeah, yo, no.
They had money.
We had to go through some shit to get to these classes. We used to have, I was just telling people, I'll take that. There were times where me and my mom had to hop the train to get to these classes. Yo, I used to go every Monday and Wednesday, and we had to pay like almost $30 a class. So, but for the most part, so I started dancing and I started kind of getting big in dancing. And they were telling my mom, she met somebody and they was like, yo, if you want your son to get like better, this dance group in Harlem. They win everything, every competition. Yo, you need to dance with them. And I got there and I was like, they're dope, but I'm from Brooklyn. And I was like,
Different.
I don't fuck with Harlem.
This
And
sounds like one of those corny movies from like,
Listen.
it was
like Step
It
Up or
low-key
Honey.
was.
It was.
It's like, I'm from Brooklyn.
Yo, but this dance group
And then
is
you see the
legendary
different
though.
styles.
Word.
We
And
also
then you're like,
had-
wow, the Harlem Shake, can you teach me that?
No.
Mariana
I was
pop out from
cool,
somewhere.
but it was like the people, like they were amazing to me. They were very open to me. But for me, I'm just like, damn, we gotta get on the train for an hour, go uptown. We gotta get there. But also Lexi from Love and Hip Hop was on the dance
Lexi
group.
from Love and Hip Hop
She
was in the group.
Yeah, it was.
Wow.
This group is legendary,
We-
yo.
it was lit
Yo, I need to do a
before.
doc
I
on
need a
y'all.
bio. I need a bio.
Listen, we got
Yo,
footage
who I
on
gotta talk to
YouTube.
do
We
a
do.
doc?
Look us up.
Yeah,
This might be
we
my
were
next
lit.
documentary.
But the crazy thing is, and this is the first time I'm gonna say it to.
You guys got the color check right. I'll tell you
That
that.
is. This is the first time I'm gonna say it to D'Nay.
The color
Yo,
looks
That
right.
cup after.
she is going in. That's smart. But she does, I'm really proud of her, because I remember back in the day dancing with them, and I remember watching her and seeing how ill she was, and I would always say in my brain, like, she's different. Like, one day she's gonna be like the shit. And it was very short-lived that I was on that group, but just to see all the things you do now, and like my daughter looks up to her in a sense, right? Because she
should.
loves Beyonce.
Don't
Every
do
time
it.
you see B,
What?
not real shit. Every time you see B, you see D'Nay right next to her. And for young black women to see a dark-skinned, beautiful woman that's nice with the dance shit, that Beyonce is like right hand, that's so important and special. So
I be
Thank you.
looking, yo,
Give
it's
me
so
rose
funny.
Monica smell.
you
Cheers to
cheers
that.
to that for a fact.
Everybody's drinks a different color now. So
Can I
that's
get
how I
that?
mixologist.
That's
Yeah, thank you.
what. Who led?
But
I did.
it's funny because like we were talking about how y'all are from different areas and everybody dances different where they're from. But since it's Black History Month, what I want to talk about is what is the best black dance of all time?
Oh shit.
Like you got the swag surf, you got the electric slide, you got the Dougie, you got the shmoney dance,
Ooh, that was you?
the Soldier Boy, the whip, the nay-nay, the dab, the millie rock, the jerk, stanky leg. You can name them all. Tootsie Roll.
Too many dances.
What do you feel like? Let's see if we can come to a consensus here, or everybody could just give their opinion on what they feel like is the best black dance.
It's at the dance
I was gonna say
answer
what
that.
the professional lead.
How many books is that?
5.
5. Just making sure.
Dang,
Let's check
the
this out.
best dance. It gotta be a slide, honestly. Like any electric slide, biker shuffle, cupid shuffle.
The biker shuffle, what's
Yeah,
that?
I've never heard of the biker
Yeah,
shuffle.
you're alone.
Ain't nobody here know what a biker
The
shuffle
Biker
is.
shuffle?
I mean, it's from this, like it's from down, deep in the cut. But it's like a line dance. It's social. I feel like any.
Like when you say deep in cut, we talking
twist.
About Alabama,
Where's it from?
Louisiana,
I think that could help. us
I learned
figure
it on YouTube. I don't even
Oh, she
know.
be on YouTube getting the dances popping.
I do.
the biker shuffle.
But ain't that where a lot of
No, I
dances
put the
were
wrong
were
part out.
were
Slow
like
down.
Soulja Boy got the correct it.
Oh, that's
so
how-
YouTube and all that.
I
That's how
said
it
the
was,
wrong
right?
card
Okay.
out, sorry.
So who that?
Wait, whose queen is that?
That was mine.
Sure that was your queen?
Yeah.
I think he knows what his queen is, man.
Sorry.
For me, I think, even though it's a newer dance, I think, man, I've seen historic moments be made during the swag surf, man.
Yo, the
Yeah,
swag
this is
surf.
I've seen historic
I
moments,
had some of the
man.
best.
Real shit.
Every event, like, especially like my birthday parties, the swag surf is the moment where niggas is like, yo, make sure I'm there for the swag surf. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, I hate the
Make
swag
sure.
surf.
You do?
Yeah.
You hate the
Why?
swag
Why?
surf?
Because you go the wrong way?
Nah, it's
Or
just,
you start fast?
it's just a corny.
So you start fast at the beginning of the song?
No, what the
I don't think it's
swag surf
corny,
stands
man.
for, like I fuck with it.
For me,
You know,
I'm saying
it's-
It represents brotherhood,
I get it,
friendship.
but it's not my thing.
I get
You know
the
what
thing, I
happens?
get it.
I usually get stuck to next to someone I don't know.
Yeah.
Usually sweaty.
And the
Be like,
DJ
put
is
your arm around your best friend.
I think that's a random nigga be like. It's usually doing this section next to like, yo,
Armpits are hard.
Said they're usually
It's always
sweaty.
some dude who's when he gonna rock this way, he gonna go all the way this way. And like, dude, relax.
Exactly,
man.
bro. Like I just met you. bro.
Listen,
Damn, you gonna do me like that?
Pardon self.
Pardon?
Nah, but I
Talking about
think,
pardons?
God damn it. Hey, we stuck.
Stuckies.
Yeah, I knew they was underbidding, bro. When he went 7 and went up 8 very politely, I was like, yeah.
No, I didn't know. It was an interesting hand.
That was a little grimy.
But can y'all see yourself doing the swag surf when y'all like
had a wedding?
I think
like,
forever.
75.
I think forever.
really?
You want to know something?
Yeah.
I have a confession to make.
Here we go.
I don't even know I should make this confession because it might alter my life.
Now that you brought it in the
Just go ahead, you
universe,
have
you
to
gotta
do
say
it.
it now.
Take a
So
sip and just let it.
Just let it go.
Just let it go.
any event I've ever been at, I don't participate in the electric slide.
Do you not know how to do it, or you just choose not to?
Or are people too fancy and you get
The truth is about to
intimidated?
come out. This is like when it came out that I didn't know.
It's
how
like
to
I kind of know how to do
You
it,
don't know how to do it.
but I kind of
Don't know how
don't.
to do it.
I
You don't look
I
much
know
like
the
a dancer,
steps.
though.
I know the steps and everything, but sometimes y'all just be going another direction. I'm like, how do y'all know?
I'm not a dancer like that either, so I really don't do it most of the time. But you know what's the crazy thing about it? Yo, people be doing.
You throw any record that
Yo,
feels good.
Exactly.
You always catch that one dude. There's a couple dudes who always gonna do the mad extra one.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, they spin, they do a triple spin,
You
and
got
then
to.
The shoulders moving. I'm like, oh,
Yes.
All the way up.
Yes, that's me. I be on the floor. I be like swooshing through.
Yeah.
I start at this end up over there.
Yeah, that's
You know,
that's a professional electric slide right there.
what I think what my dance is gonna be and its influence, I think I'll have to go with.
The running man.
Nah, I think I'm gonna have to go with the Dougie, cause
Okay.
yeah,
Are we talking
because
about top dancers of all time?
hold on. I gotta go with the Dougie for the. Let me deal with it. Let me
Come on,
explain.
yo.
Let me explain.
People that are on the side, everyone behind the scenes is laughing
So
right
which
now.
Dougie though? But which Dougie? You
Hold
mean
on.
like the
I'm
Dougie
talking about
fresh?
I'm talking
or you mean
about.
like the?
I'm talking about like the John Wall Dougie. That's
the John Wall
one.
Dougie.
And then I'm talking about the Cameron Dougie.
Okay, and with the
Y'all see Pain and Floor? Where you just get the Dougie. You see the Dougie? You see that? Hit with the Dougie.
He definitely live it, eh?
How many dance moves can you do in the bedroom?
Okay. The electric
You just
slide.
hit a Dougie.
You can do the electric slide.
You're doing an electric slide while you
Yes.
You
There's
Millie
no.
rock, bro, from the back. Like, you Millie rocking from the back.
If we have the conversations about best dance of all time, Dougie's not even top 5.
I
It's
just-
not.
I just like what Cameron did with it.
the
It just gave it
song.
multi-purpose for me.
I think for me, I think it's
Well, you know
the
you
most
put it in
iconic one, maybe for hip hop at least, right? The home shake.
I was going to say,
Like,
yeah.
like you know,
The
that shit
Harlem
is.
Shake, like, it's so annoying to me because I feel like there's some people that do it really well, and there's some
Absolutely.
people that don't know how to do it at all.
And that
but
shouldn't
they
be
know how to do
and they
it,
shouldn't
and
be
they go the
done.
hardest. The people that
When
don't
you see
know how to
someone,
do
when
it.
you see someone kill home shake, it's fire though, right?
Yeah.
When
Like,
I
it's
think
fire,
of
though.
dances like the dances that are gonna live forever, the dances that I'm gonna do in my casket, like I might pop back up because they didn't put enough stuff on me. I might hit it one more time. Like, what dance is that gonna be? I feel like it's gonna be the electric slide. Or at my funeral at the repast, I want them to do the electric slide. I don't want my 90-year-old sister doing the Harlem Shake. 'Cause she might break something.
I don't think enough people do the Harlem Shake now to say it's like the greatest.
You want them to do the electric slide at your repast?
Yes,
Alright.
during the funeral maybe, like when the family marches in.
It's
I want them to do the electric slide down the aisle so they know how lit I was. Like,
So-
I wanted to keep going.
I guess we ain't doing a homies dance no more.
Who? In my feelings?
My boy my boy Aura, like the
Step in the name of love?
we can't do homies dance no more.
Nope.
That's what better too.
Sorry, I have not muted R. Kelly yet.
Yo.
Have you watched the documentary?
Yo.
We not gonna get
I'm one of
into
those people
that.
like
not
with
this episode.
Heathcliff
We can't
and
get
Bill.
We're not-
I ordered the Cosby Show on DVD
No, that's
when
good.
they
I'm
took it
not
off
gonna front.
television.
Moving right along.
That's on me, right?
Yeah, moving right along. Let's talk about Ooh.
Right, just on you. Just on you.
So I obviously direct a lot of music videos. D'Nay, you've been in a ton. We're all fans of music videos, I'm sure. Who do y'all feel like of all the artists?
That's how.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you, though. Appreciate
No
it.
problem. I
We
think
just
it's a
getting
little
it.
slow.
You're just getting it right for you. Of all the artists, musicians / dancers out there, who do you feel like has the best catalog of
Woo!
music videos? We got Janet Jackson. Who what's up? What's going on, brother?
Nah, some shit, my hand flipped out, man.
Something flipped out your hand? Is it yours?
Why you let that flip out your hand?
You got Janet. She obviously got the most iconic ones are like Rhythm Nation, Pleasure Principle. She got a ton.
You want this? Woo! In the desert. Woo! That was lit.
We got MJ. I mean,
I was gonna say, you're talking about Jim when you bring up MJ?
come on, man. We gonna get there. We got MJ. You got Chris Brown. You got Usher. You got Sierra. You got Bruno. He's just now entering the combo, I guess. And then, of course, I mean, before I get killed, I better say Beyonce.
I'm right there with it.
She was holding her breath till I said Beyonce. Yeah, so who do y'all feel like has the best overall catalog of dance music videos?
Did you say Missy?
Missy Elliott, can't go.
Yes, I'm happy you remember that. She
And
doesn't
she's
get enough.
creative.
Yeah, she doesn't get enough credit for the entertainment industry.
That's a tough question.
Aaliyah,
That's
Genuine.
Aaliyah ain't have enough to be in the conversation.
Like, and I love
Don't
it.
disrespect Aaliyah.
She didn't have enough
Bro, I
videos to
love
be in
her,
the
but she
Like it's her fault.
Oh,
No, I'm just
by
saying.
no means is entertainment.
You know, he said she don't got enough. Like
Have
she
enough
stop
to be in
making
the
them.
conversation. So wait, because she passed away, she's supposed to be in the conversation. That's
Biggie's in the combo,
That's a
right?
participation
Is
award.
Biggie in the combo?
Biggie.
No, but he
When
gave
you
us
talk
two
about
albums.
greast hip hop
No,
artists,
but he gave us
Come
two.
on, he gave us
Hang
two.
on, this
He
is-
gave us a double disc.
No, for me.
So he gave us 3 albums.
Hang on, for
A
me.
double disc.
He gave us
Nah,
a 2
this is
for
the
2.
difference though, right? What Biggie put out, we can still listen to it today and be relevant. Not saying we can't listen to Aaliyah, but based on entertainment standards, if you were to put her videos in today's market, is it still gonna hit the same?
yeah.
They do.
Hell
If
yeah.
they
All
could
of
fix
them?
the coloring a
Hell
little bit.
yeah. It's just the quality
They were
ain't there.
But in the
Pretty.
conversation, this is the thing. We have a conversation of
Bro,
best
MJ,
ever.
bro. MJ. Janet.
You're talking about Try Again? She was freaking walking on the walls and shit.
That-
with fucking
That's one
Jet
of the
Li.
best songs.
You talking about
of all
Rock the
time.
Boat?
Was
She got
trash.
that one.
That was trash?
Rock the Boat video was trash.
That video was
man.
fire.
Bro, I'm not gonna say trash.
You got Sierra in there?
Rock
Yeah,
the
I
Boat.
said Sierra.
Her
Rock the
dancing
Boat.
on the boat.
The choreo was ill.
Yeah.
The choreography was ill, bro. What?
No.
Then they was the choreography ill on
I
Rock
mean,
the
it's
Boat.
classic because
But
it
what?
was so
I didn't ask that.
simplistic.
I said. You
It
heard
was-
what she
it was
said?
very
It was
simplistic.
simple.
It was
like
very
Simple
sensual.
is good sometimes.
2, 3,
And-
4, 5,
Come
6,
on.
7, 8.
He
I still
hating
know
you
this
with
shit,
I'm glad you could count.
bruh.
I mean,
We talking about classic, bro. Missy.
Wait,
Yes,
we're
Missy
talking
Elliott.
about
Catalog super.
Are You That Somebody? No? You just
but
rolled
hang
your
on.
eyes?
Bro, you're talking about you're comparing like people like Janet, Michael, that are performers in their videos versus Aaliyah. And I love her. Like everyone knows I'm an Aaliyah fan. I sample like she's dope. Never got cleared.
Yeah, I don't
but,
think we can,
You know what I'm saying? Like
compare.
can't-
I don't think she
Yeah,
should
you
be
can't.
in
She's
this.
in the conversation,
All right,
bro.
we'll
That's
remove
fine.
Aaliyah from the
Okay.
combo
we
because
got
Prop,
But
Julito,
we
and
still love her
D'Nay
and all that
don't
she
want her in the
contributed to
combo.
the,
it's
to
just
the
not
community.
fair, bro. It's not.
Prop, Julito,
What's
and
they call
D'Nay.
that? The sandwich effect.
Don't
You gotta
put that
say
on me.
2 nice things
Sauce
under.
is you.
So
Two
who
nice
y'all
things.
got, man?
Man, come on. Michael Jackson, come on.
Michael.
I feel like Michael's the easy, like the.
Because he's easy to. Just because Jordan won 6 rings, I mean, we don't.
But for me, Michael Jackson was making. Don't move so quick,
Bro,
brother.
do you remember the time, bro?
No, but no, I think that Michael
That's my
Jackson.
shit.
Look, I think Michael Jackson has the best music videos of all time, and he makes many movies. But to me, and his dancing was so good also.
Yeah.
But you know what?
But everything you're saying that he's good. Isn't that what we're talking about in the performance aspect of the video?
No, I mean, I just mean that his things, like, Michael should almost be disqualified because his videos transcend being a dance
So we're
video.
talking about everybody
too
else
great.
under Michael Jackson.
No, not that he's too great, but it's not even just a dance
It's
video.
not
Like, there
fair.
should be
There are
a
many
movie.
movies, okay.
There should be
There
a
are many
movie
films.
He just had a
with
bigger
some
budget
ill
than
dance
everybody.
scenes.
He did.
He just had a bigger
But no,
budget.
but it'd be a
production
movie
level.
with dance scenes in it. It don't just be a dance video. Like, it'd be a movie and then there's fire
Like, think
dance
about it. Do you
scenes in
remember
it.
the time if that video was to come out today, it'd still hit?
Yeah, do you remember
Of course, his stuff is timeless. His stuff is timeless.
Butterfly.
So many,
Butterfly.
most of his joints. Like,
All right, so let's have a
like that?
conversation
I
about
don't remember that music.
let's have a conversation about who's the runner up.
That's what I'm saying. That's what
Let's
we're
talk about
talking
the
about.
runner-up.
Second place.
Who's second place?
I like
Yes.
Chris Brown.
What video? Say one
I don't
video.
know
Just say,
about
hold on. Say one video.
No, I'm just talking about dancing in general.
Chris Brown be dancing in his ass off.
Best music
Music
video.
videos.
Just say one video. That was really good.
Chris Brown be dancing his ass off, but like, I like how Usher
choreo-
puts it in the video.
Yeah,
like,
his choreo
the nigga
isn't like
hit the heelys and the
with
fucking
the-
dance.
Like, that's what they call
And he came out on the
One
heelys.
thing about Chris Brown would dance. You're right, because Chris Brown would dance in the video.
He just be doing
but
backflips
it's not
for no
like,
reason.
Like Usher will be
Usher be
actually
in the rain.
Like he's in the rain, dancing,
Come
going down
on,
the
bro.
escalator, doing
his
like
way to do some
doing
shit.
some shit. Like
Somebody-
I think that's
Nigga, at home, you don't have
Yo.
to call video from start to finish.
We don't talk
Niggas
about
was
the
at
fact-
the stoplight.
Yo, we don't talk about the fact that
he got beat
Usher,
up.
he broke up with his girl. Hold on.
Yo, wait.
Let me explain this
I'm
real quick.
coming nice and slow. He got
He
beat
got
up.
beat up, and
And the nigga was, you just saw his silhouette dancing.
Yo, you don't gotta look.
He was
My
rocking
man
up.
Usher, let me tell you what
And you
Usher
decided
did.
to do a dance solo.
Yo, my man Usher broke up with his girl, or got broken up with, I can't remember. Met up with his boys in the parking lot, did an impromptu dance routine, walked into the club with heelys on. Come on, bro. I
Nah,
said,
you were that.
Come on,
It's
son.
on me?
Yeah.
Oh, don't mind if I do.
Usher, that's a legendary. See, that's. I think if we talking about best performance in music videos, it gotta be. You gotta at least have one legendary music video. You can't just have like.
I mean, that's a fair requirement.
Yeah, you gotta have one legendary music
Yo,
video.
you make me wanna with the chairs?
No, I'm saying Usher's in the
Oh,
conversation. Usher's
Yo,
in the
that's
conversation.
still hits.
Even Burn
Yo.
video, you got it.
Give me
Let It
Usher,
Burn.
man. Give me Usher, man.
Usher for number
I
one.
put my money
Usher
on
for
him.
number one?
Outside of
Number
Mike.
2, you mean?
Outside of Mike.
For the runner-up?
Are we, so let's,
We gotta
how,
talk about
how many
Missy.
Beyonce videos have you been in, first of all, D'Nay?
She's like, oh.
I don't know.
You don't know? You don't have like a tally at home where you just like
I don't
add a
remember.
tally every time you do one?
You come walking.
No, I
just
don't
like Beyonce
remember,
video.
Another one.
honestly.
Okay.
I don't remember how many videos.
How many we got?
We got 7
Ooh, motherfuckers was underbidded.
on the neck.
He's over.
Y'all wanted to go 4. Y'all wanted 6.
I didn't see 7 in our future.
I definitely didn't see some of them.
Well, what do you feel like
Greg.
Beyonce's top 2 or 3 would be?
Nah, Greg just went.
Top 2 or 3 videos. Formation is number 1 for me. Run the World is number 2. And probably the Carters Ape Shit is number 3.
Oh, shit.
That's fine.
Over Single Ladies?
Over Single Ladies.
Really?
Yeah, the music is just.
I feel like Single Ladies, that choreo, nobody's ever gonna forget it.
With the black
Yeah.
and white, like it was just like.
I mean, it was definitely timeless and iconic. It was them.
But I wasn't in it.
White background. Not even that I wasn't in it. I'm just.
Are
saying
you in all 3 of the
overall.
videos you just named?
No, I'm not in Run the World. And I
You're
am
in Formation and you're in Ape
And
Shit,
Ape Shit. But I'm
motherfucker.
not in Run the World. I'm not in Run the World. And it's not because I'm in those videos. I just think Ape Shit is so iconic because
It's in the Louvre. True.
And we had on
Niggas in
stockings.
Paris.
It wasn't
Niggas in
even
Paris
like.
in the Louvre.
If
drawn out
Jay-Z would have hit some
wardrobe.
choreo, then I would give it to you.
I thought he was going to in front of the Sphinx.
Mona Lisa.
Like I thought he was. And,
Jay-Z be looking like, there's a lot of shit going on.
Like too cool, like
And I think that's so beautiful.
Yo, I think an honorable mention for Beyonce videos, 7-Eleven.
Woo!
That's a classic
7-Eleven's
video.
fire, bro.
That
They were
is
just
so
having
lit.
fun because they were just having
And
fun.
they shot it on like
And
a
on
GoPro.
GoPro, yeah.
Yo, I did not know that.
But can we give
On a
Sierra
GoPro.
some
You know
love?
what's funny? The performance wasn't all
Sierra,
that crazy.
like
but
a
I
that-
like Party.
nigga, that
Like the
ride
Beyonce
video?
Party video, like,
Yeah.
I like
Double,
the
double.
feel that.
Okay.
Oh shit.
What's going
I
on?
don't know what's happening here.
Oh my god.
This is a bootleg ass deal.
Oh my god.
He likes the party video.
Yeah.
Party video was
Like,
Oh,
fire.
party was
With
dope.
J.
Hard.
Cole, like you don't even realize who's in that video. Like Ro
Yeah.
James was in that video, Solange in the video, like you had all the
Kelly.
Jack. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
they
that was
wasn't
a
hitting no
classic video.
moves though. We
But
talking
it's
about
just
best
the vibe.
dance video.
Oh yeah,
You're
dance videos.
Yo, that song with Michelle, she did
Wait,
the
are
gospel song.
Wait,
are we at a consensus that it's we're giving it to us?
Usher? No.
No.
I didn't get mine.
Oh,
I didn't
that's
even
so
vote.
passionate though.
I didn't even vote.
Shit, tell
So
me
who's your vote?
Missy.
Missy.
I like that vote.
Missy's number 2.
She's
Creativity.
underappreciated. Like she's underappreciated.
You know what's
Choreography.
crazy about it though? The reason that I can't vote for Missy is because her videos, the dancing is crazy in them, but she's not the one hitting the crazy dance
She
moves.
was hitting the moves back then.
She was doing the baby version of it, and then motherfuckers was
But she
spinning on their
had a lot
head.
to work. She had a lot to work with back then.
No, of course,
A lot
of
of
course,
extra
of course. I'm not trying to shit on
And
her.
she
Her
was
videos
so
are amazing, but
intricate.
how am I gonna give it to her over Usher when she don't dance like Usher
Yo,
dance?
is Mary J in it? Are we gonna put her in it?
Nah, she not.
Mary
No,
J.
Mary's
Jay,
not.
what's wrong with
Yo, you know she hit that bop.
takes it crazy.
You know she hit that bop.
I take some
Check what he drinking, man.
I'm
Yo,
sorry.
you know she hit that bop, man.
Mary has a very original
Mary got
technique
Mary,
that she's
Mary,
created.
Mary just is swag. This is all swag. It's no technique at all.
Bro,
Just
but you
swag.
But
talking
that's a
about dancing
technique
live
because nobody
performance.
could do
That's
it.
what I'm saying.
Like-
That's
You was
fire.
bringing up
Like
the
Bob
conversation.
Fosse.
You were bringing up the conversation about
That's what they
Sierra.
too.
Sierra, yeah, but when I said
Sierra-
Sierra, y'all all
Dancing.
got quiet. Niggas looked at me like,
Nah.
we off that.
You said the ride video.
The ride video, I watch that all day. I will watch that
Yo,
all
BT
day.
banned the
It was
video.
They
dope,
banned that shit.
but I felt like we all did that like in the hood. I didn't feel like it was like class.
I guess.
I loved it, but it was
When
like
she
a
did
block
the
party
Matrix,
flow, you know
had
what I'm
all
saying?
y'all in the parties trying to
I
do the
mean,
damn
I wore
Matrix.
crop tops and Nikes for my whole senior year because of her. But
Crazy.
I don't know if it was
I got
Missy.
5 of them things.
trying to think
Missy
what-
made me want to
so-
wear a garbage bag
Yeah.
Yeah, in a second.
and spit and hope it flies across the room like that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Missy's
I want to
classic.
bring KG in.
Yeah.
KG probably sauce right now.
Bring your ass over here.